in the club. That nigga shot the club up, nigga. And then, niggas trying to send him some Jordans and some weed and trying to play funny. Bow! We shot niggas, but yo, that nigga busts his guns. So I believe him.
I think you should just stay in your place, brother. You shouldn't even speak on that type of lifestyle because you're not living that type.
What started as a simple tweet about leaving the streets behind has now turned into something serious, something that could end with a goofy rapper getting caught up for real. With Pooh Shiesty allegedly sending his people after Blueface, the situation is heating up fast. When rappers with real street ties and actual gang connections start going at each other's necks, things can get deadly in a heartbeat. We're not talking about dudes just rapping for an image. These are guys who really come from that life. And when real street figures with armies of crash dummies behind them start clashing on social media, history tells us it almost never stays online. So let's break down how this whole situation spiraled out of control and why industry insiders are warning that this beef could end in bloodshed. To understand how we got here, we've got to go back to where it all began with 21 Savage and his controversial F the Streets movement that sent shockwaves through the rap community. 21 was in the middle of his promo run for his latest album when he dropped those 3 words that sparked a chain reaction across the industry. But this wasn't just a random tweet from a rapper having a moment of reflection. This was calculated, strategic, and all about business. The Atlanta rapper was trying to get the city's biggest names to squash their beefs and fix their problems, specifically aiming at the Young Thug and Gunna situation that had been tearing the city apart. And this is where it gets interesting and where you really start to see how fake the industry can be. The same record labels, media outlets, and industry figures who were quick to blackball Gunna, calling him a rat and pushing that snitch narrative, were now suddenly lining up to work with him again. So what changed? Simple, they saw he was doing better numbers without them, pulling in millions of streams on his own. And once the success became obvious, everybody wanted a piece of it. 21 Savage knew exactly what he was doing with that tweet. He was setting himself up as the peacemaker, the voice of reason, while at the same time promoting his album and positioning for a Gunna collaboration that could bring in serious money for both of them. It was a smart business play dressed up as street wisdom, and it worked because it had everybody talking about 21 right when his album was dropping. That's when Pooh Shiesty decided to jump on the wave and follow 21's lead. The Memphis rapper, known for being the head of one of the most dangerous crews in his city, SoGang, with over 70 members, posted on his Instagram story saying, "The streets too." For someone like Pooh Shiesty to say that, it was shocking. This is a guy who built his entire career and reputation on being connected to the streets of Memphis. We're talking about someone who came up in one of the most violent cities in America, where the murder rate is always near the top. Pooh Shiesty didn't just rap about gang life, he lived it, led it, and made money from it. His whole brand was built on being that authentic street figure fans believed was the real deal. So when he posted F the Streets, it sent shockwaves through his own circle and left his fanbase confused. But Blueface wasn't feeling any of it. The California rapper saw what was happening and called everyone out for following the trend like sheep. He went at them on social media, basically saying they were fake, switching up, and acting hypocritical.
You should just stay in your place, brother. You shouldn't even speak on that type of lifestyle because you're not living that type of life.
Blueface knew most of these dudes saying F the streets were the same ones who built their careers and fan bases off street credibility. He saw right through the nonsense and wasn't scared to call it out. And honestly, his point was valid. How are you gonna spend years rapping about the streets, leading gangs, moving weight, and handling business, then suddenly switch up and say F the streets just because it's trending? To Blueface, it looked like these rappers were blindly following whatever 21 Savage said without thinking about how it made them look to their own people. At first, Pooh Shiesty ignored Blueface's shots completely. No response, no reaction. He kept posting like nothing was going on. But if you were paying close attention, you could tell something was building under the surface. Pooh started posting stories playing Call of Duty with NLE, and anyone who knows the situation knows NLE Choppa and Blueface have real problems with each other. That beef goes way back and involves actual street politics. This isn't just two rappers who don't like each other's music. There's real tension there tied to disrespect and territory. So when Pooh Shiesty started showing love to NLE Choppa publicly, posting them gaming together and laughing it up, Blueface knew exactly what time it was. That was a clear signal that Pooh was choosing sides, and it wasn't. Blueface's those gaming sessions weren't just random fun. They were calculated. In the streets, who you associate with always sends a message. And Pooh Shiesty was sending a clear message that he was aligned with Blueface's enemies. That's how street politics work. You don't always have to say things directly. Sometimes your actions speak louder than any words ever could. After that, things went quiet for a few weeks. Both sides seemed to move on. And fans thought maybe the whole situation would fade out like most social media beefs do. But then everything changed. Pooh Shiesty posted another Instagram story that completely flipped the script and reignited the whole situation. This time, instead of saying F the streets, he posted, "I am the streets." basically taking back everything he said just weeks earlier and doubling down on his street identity. The post came with hard visuals and aggressive music, reinforcing his gangster image and making it clear he wasn't backing away from who he is. That move told everybody one of two things. Either Pooh was feeling heavy pressure from his crew for going soft, or he was setting up something bigger. When you're the head of a gang with 70 members and you start talking about leaving the streets, that creates problems inside your own organization. Your people don't want to hear their leader talking about going legit while they're still risking their lives and freedom. So posting, "I am the streets" was Pooh Shiesty reasserting his position, letting everyone know he wasn't going anywhere. It was damage control for his reputation within Chogang and a message to his enemies that he was still the same dangerous dude. But to outsiders, it made him look indecisive, like he was flip-flopping and Blueface was watching every move. He wasn't about to let that slide. As soon as he saw that story, he took it straight to Twitter and wrote, "Nah, dog, we've seen what you said already. The street's traumatized, buddy." That was disrespect on multiple levels. Blueface was calling him out for being wishy-washy and not standing on what he said. And that word traumatized hit especially hard, because it suggested Pooh Shiesty was so shaken by the streets that he didn't even know what he wanted. For someone who claims to be the CEO of a major gang and built his whole image on being fearless, that kind of disrespect cuts deep. It questions his mindset, his leadership, and his authenticity all in one shot. Blueface's tweet went viral instantly, with fans and other rappers jumping in from every angle. Some people felt Blueface was right to expose the hypocrisy, while others thought he was just stirring unnecessary drama. But what most people didn't realize is that this wasn't just rap beef anymore. This was real street politics playing out in public. The tweet also showed that Blueface had been paying close attention to every move Pooh Shiesty made. He remembered the original F the Streets post. He saw the switch to I am the streets. And he was calling out that contradiction for everyone to see. That kind of public call-out meant Pooh couldn't just brush it off like before. Now, here's where things get dangerous. Pooh Shiesty hasn't responded publicly to Blueface's tweet, but anyone who understands street politics knows silence doesn't mean nothing's happening. In fact, it usually means the opposite. When real street dudes stop talking and start moving quietly, that's when you should be concerned. Pooh Shiesty isn't just some rapper playing tough for the cameras. This man really runs Chogang in Memphis, one of the most violent cities in America, where the murder rate is consistently among the highest in the country. We're talking about an organization with over 70 members known for handling business when disrespected. These aren't studio gangsters. These are real street soldiers who've put in work and earned their stripes. So, when Blueface called their leader traumatized on a public platform with millions of eyes on it, that's the kind of disrespect that usually doesn't get settled with words. In street culture, reputation is everything, and when someone questions your mental state and leadership in front of the world, you can't just let that slide without looking weak to your own people. What makes this situation even more volatile is that both of these dudes have real street credibility and connections. Blueface might be from California, but he's tied in with some serious people out there, and he's not backing down from anybody. He's shown time and time again that he's willing to stand on what he says and deal with whatever comes with it. On the other side, Pooh Shiesty has an army behind him in Memphis, and they don't play when it comes to protecting their leader and their name. Industry insiders who know both sides are saying there's already movement happening behind the scenes. Word on the street is there might even be money involved, though nothing's been confirmed and both camps are keeping things quiet. But when gang leaders feel disrespected in public, situations like this tend to move fast from online talk to real-life consequences. The scary part is how familiar this story feels. We've seen too many times how social media disrespect between rappers with real street ties ends in violence. The difference here is that both Pooh Shiesty and Blueface have actual organizations behind them. People who are willing to move when their leader is disrespected. What started as 21 Savage trying to promote his album and encourage rappers to leave the streets has now turned into two real street figures going at each other. The irony is heavy. A movement meant to reduce street drama may have created even more of it. The fact that Pooh Shiesty went from saying F the streets to I am the streets, it shows how much pressure he was likely getting from his own people. When you're leading a gang and start talking about leaving that life, it can be seen as weakness or betrayal. Members who are still out there risking everything don't want to hear their leader talking about going legit. So Pooh had to flip back to hold his position and keep his crew in line. But that switch gave Blueface the perfect ammo to call him out and question his authenticity. Now we've got a situation where neither side can really back down. Blueface can't walk it back without looking weak to his people and his fans. And Pooh Shiesty can't let the disrespect slide without losing authority inside. Xiaojang. This is exactly how tragedies start in hip-hop. When pride, ego, and street reputation get involved, logic usually goes out the window. We've seen it happen too many times. Talented young men with everything to live for throwing their lives away over social media disrespect and street politics. As this situation continues to unfold, fans and industry insiders are hoping it doesn't turn violent. But the reality is, when real street figures with actual gangs behind them clash publicly, the chances of it staying online are slim. History has shown us these things rarely calm down on their own. The saddest part, both of these guys have talent and potential to go far in the music industry without getting caught up in street drama. Pooh Shiesty has been building a strong career with hit songs and a growing fan base. Blueface has proven he can create viral moments and stay relevant in a highly competitive industry. But once pride and street reputation enter the equation, all of that potential can vanish in an instant. This is exactly why 21 Savage said F the streets in the first place. That lifestyle and mindset can destroy everything. The streets don't care about record deals, rap careers, or potential. All they care about is respect and retaliation. And that cycle almost never ends well. All we can do is watch and hope both sides realize they have too much to lose to let things spiral further. But judging by how these situations usually play out when real street politics are involved, we could be in for a dangerous ride. The streets are talking, and if Pooh Shiesty is sending his goons after Blueface, things could get deadly.